सो वैसा सीन है
करेक्ट।
टेक्निकली। सो वो जो ये ट्यूनिंग है अभी जो आपको से समझ में आया, दैट दिस ट्यूनिंग नीड टू बी चेंज्ड। जो बॉडी को आदत लगी है या माइंड को जो आदत लगी है ट्यून एंड प्रोसेस की, सो एज ऑटो पायलट वो जो है बार बार अपने को दबा के चेंज करना पड़ेगा until it doesn't rectify itself.
करेक्ट करेक्ट। ये गुड साइन है, एटलीस्ट यू आर रिफ्लेक्टिंग कि वेयर योर माइंड इज गोइंग ऑन ऑटो पायलट मोड। दैट इटसेल्फ इज ए फर्स्ट स्टेप ऑफ बीइंग माइंडफुल। Being mindful means becoming aware how you are living your life, how you are living your day life. Then the time will come, then you will being mindful in segment wise. Okay, morning में क्या है, 2 घंटे बाद क्या है, 2 घंटे बाद क्या है, लंच में क्या है, इवनिंग में क्या है, अर्ली इवनिंग में क्या है, इवनिंग में लेट इवनिंग में क्या है.
जी.
Will come to that mindfulness before every activity also.
जी.
So that's a good sign. Yes, initially we have to keep on pressing pilot mode off. Okay, mind again goes to autopilot mode off, and then we will come further how to keep it grounded in the present moment. तो वो भी एक्सरसाइज करेंगे आज.
जी.
ठीक है. So again further exploring it, the doing mode के 7 core mind. The one is often comes on line automatically. तो उसका अलाइनमेंट हो रखा है, ऑटोमेटिकली वहीं पे आ जाएगा. स्टार्ट थिंकिंग ऑन इट्स ओन, एजेंडा अपने आप क्रिएट कर लेगा. अच्छा टाइम है, चलो टीवी देख लेते.
That's true.
है ना. टाइम है, चलो यार कुछ और सोचते हैं. टाइम है, अच्छा काम के बारे में सोचते हैं जो पेंडिंग रह गए. जो नेसेसरी है ऑटोमेटिक मोड पे अलाइन हो रखी, जबकि कोर नेसेसिटी क्या है? वेलबींग, जॉय, हैप्पीनेस. बट हमने क्या किया हुआ है, उनको लिंक किसी और चीज से. ये सेकंड प्रायोरिटी है. मनी फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी, हाउ मनी विल कम. सो अगर बॉटम में भी देखेंगे तो प्रायोरिटी क्या है? मनी.
That's true.
एक्टिविटी क्या ड्राइव कर रहा है उस एक्टिविटी को? मेरा माइंड. मनी.
मनी. बिल्कुल सही.
अगर हम लोग बैठ के सोचेंगे, ओके इफ आई गेट मनी व्हाट विल हैपन, देन तुम बोलो अच्छा मेरे सर पे ये है, ये उतर जाए. ओके अगर वो उतर जाएगा देन व्हाट विल हैपन, थोड़ा मैं चैन की सांस ले पाऊंगा. ओके चैन की सांस लेते हो तो क्या फील होता है? क्या है? व्हाट विल यू अचीव? थोड़ा लाइट फील होगा यार, थोड़ा पीस ऑफ माइंड होगा. अल्टीमेट एजेंडा क्या है? पीस ऑफ माइंड.
That's true.
कहा उसको बॉटम लाइन की तरफ कर दिया है और सरफेस लेवल पे उलझे हुए. Every activity we are doing from the point of peace of mind.
That's true.
Attach it. That is secondary. First is भैया ये चीज चाहिए मुझे. वो चीज का पर्पस क्या है? वो पर्पस से अटैच नहीं है हम लोग. समझ रहे हो? वो चीज से अटैचमेंट हो रखी है माइंड, तो ऑटोमेटिक कनेक्शन हो रहा है. सो दैट इज व्हाट कम्स ऑन लाइन ऑटोमेटिकली, जो हमने अपने माइंड को प्रोग्राम कर रखा है. Second is these thoughts and ideas, holding them as a work. तो जो आइडियाज भी है हमारे, वो एज ए वर्क हो जाता है, टू डू लिस्ट हो जाती है.
बिल्कुल.
अब यहाँ पे भी तुम बोलोगे कि यार टू डू लिस्ट तो है ही है, ये काम तो करना ही है. टू डू लिस्ट को हम लोग कैसे, प्रायोरिटी क्या है हमारी? प्रायोरिटाइज थिंग्स. एवरी थॉट इज नॉट वर्क, एवरी आइडिया इज नॉट वर्क. तो वो चीजें भी करेंगे. थर्ड इज इट ड्वेल्स इन द पास्ट एंड फ्यूचर टू हेल्प गेट वेयर वी वांट टू बी. अगर हम लोग देखें कि सपोज तुम एमपी में जाते हो
जी,
और तुम अपने महाकाल के वहां जाते हो
जी,
तो तुम बोलते हो यार चलो मैं अगले महीने का प्लान बनाता हूँ, सावन में प्लान बनाऊं. So your mind get into that. ठीक है. And mind is fully oriented. What will you experience there? ये अनकॉन्शियस माइंड में पैटर्न पड़ा हुआ है. व्हाट इज ड्राइविंग यू, वहां पहुंच जाऊंगा तो ये हो जाएगा. सो इन दैट अभिषेक कि तुम पवन में जाओगे वहां पे, योर माइंड स्टार्ट एक्सपीरियंसिंग द जॉय इन द प्रेजेंट मोमेंट.
That's true.
है ना. सेम वे होता क्या है, because our mind has developed the habit of traveling into the future, but in the present you start thinking about unwanted things and experiencing the bad effect in the present. ये वो बात बोली कि mind has a habit of dwelling in the past or the future want to be, but होता क्या है कि most of the time it is thinking where it doesn't want to be, or it want to avoid certain things, so you are doing certain things. So avoiding is again coming from where? Resisting. I don't want that. And जब बोलते हो कि I don't want that, तो तुम अगर नोटिस करोगे अपने अंदर फीलिंग को, तो या तो अर्जेंसी या फिर कुछ बैड फीलिंग है या बैड एक्सपीरियंस के साथ अटैचमेंट है उसकी. So you are experiencing bad in the present. You are thinking you are doing activity to avoid, but what are you experiencing? So whatever you are experiencing, your mind goes into that direction. That is, जो same thoughts आती चली जाएंगी. So that is why on automatic pilot mode, it either goes in past or in the future to do certain things.
That's true.
Then जैसे अभी मैंने बोला, it keeps in mind what to avoid where you don't want to end up. तो उस डायरेक्शन में काम करता है. तो we keep on continuously experiencing the same emotion, same results. Resistance, avoidance, running away. तो ये चीजें होंगी. Now if you notice, back of mind, your mind, already thoughts are going on which are creating stiffness. So just relax. Take 3 full breath. Take 3 deep breath. Release that breath from mouth. Notice the expansion in your stomach. And notice the relaxation in your entire body as you breathe out. Let go करो. जो बैक ऑफ तुम्हारी टेंशन चल रही है ना, ये सब हट जाएगा.
जी भैया.
और यही तुम्हारे को अपनी बॉडी के मूवमेंट समझ में आएगा कि व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन इन योर माइंड, बैक ऑफ योर माइंड. इट इज आई एम लाइक ए mirror reflecting what is going on.
That's true.
Then the mirror will be right in front of you every time. The mind will create its own mirror. What is going on in your body and what is going on in your mind.
जैसे आपने बोला ना that it dwells the past and future to help to get the where you want to be.
Exactly.
So I was just confused with the line in term of, and it started thinking, yeah, where I want to be, my past and future though I don't know, but my past is not supporting that thing where I want to be. And the second line, it keeps the mind what to avoid where you don't want to end up. So my mind is working in a certain way. It's every time it brings that fear in mind that here you're going to end up, here you're going to end up. So earlier it was more like that. When I didn't have a hotel, I will have a hotel. I was very clear in my mind. When I wanted to do modeling, I was like very clear. I will walk on a ramp. Doesn't matter for a day, but I will walk on a ramp. I did 2 ramp shows. I was very clear that I want to come on a national TV for even few seconds. I came on a national TV for a few seconds. So when I was reading this thing, so it was going in the past again, as you know, I achieved everything what I dreamed of, but I was never able to hold it with me for a long time.
What is the reason? You know that?
No, I'm not able to understand that reason. That's what I was thinking of actually, and that was creating more the mind into a different ball game altogether.
एग्जैक्टली. सो होता क्या है ना अभिषेक, जब हमें सर्टेन क्लैरिटी है, देन माइंड दिस प्रूव्स अभिषेक कि व्हेन वी हैव सर्टेन क्लैरिटी आवर माइंड कैन हेल्प अस टू अचीव दैट.
Yeah. जैसे विजय माल्या के साथ दारू पीना था, मैंने विजय माल्या के साथ दारू पी. That was my dream as a kid, and that dream I developed at the age of 17. When Vijay Malia came in a limelight with the Kingfisher ka first party.
Yeah.
When he came up with the slogan, "Work hard, party harder." So I believed in that slogan a lot. He was like an ideology for me. And I worked hard, I party harder. And I had that dream that, before my 30s, I will have a drink with him. And which happened. In racecourse in Bombay, in a VIP lounge, before leaving India, we did cheers, both of us together. Because I was at the same VIP box where he was. So when I think about the past and everything, I thought of the things, I've done it, I've been there. I wanted to meet Mr. Ratan Tata, I met him. इन दो लोगों से मेरे को मिलना था जिंदगी में, बाकी और किसी से कभी मिलने की इच्छा रही नहीं. और एक सिंगर है जिससे मुझे मिलना था, अपना इंडियन फोक सिंगर है, स्पेशली फ्रॉम कर्नाटका, उसके साथ मुझे मिलना था. वो मिला मुझको, उसने मेरे नाम का लेटर भी लिखा हुआ है. सो whatever as a thought was there in my mind, I was able to achieve. But the ladder of success, the continuation of the success was not there. So the graph started from a bottom. It has reached somewhere where I can talk about those stories, but I was not able to hold the stories and make a legendary stories. It has dipped down, where my heart always want to end up on the legendary stories, but there is a fear of ending up on the bottom where somewhere in the back of our mind. Correct. Like I will end up nowhere. So these two things which are there on the top line and the bottom line, as you say, there are two lines of the mind. One is the top line, one is the bottom line. Yeah. So my top line is something very positive and very has its own big aura or big own vision to it. But my bottom line is more deeper and what I feel is scared of the worst things, or in a layman language I can say afraid of being ending up in a gutter. So that two things always keep fighting, and sometimes I feel that my fear is empowering my vision of growth. So ये जैसे पढ़ा, it was like a flashback of those things suddenly when you're explaining it. So उसके लिए sorry भैया, थोड़ा दिमाग इधर भाग.
तो आएंगे आगे आगे देखोगे. So now here I want to point out, Abhishek, this proves that our mind has so much power, and our mind continuously help us to achieve what we want to achieve and help us to achieve what we don't want to achieve also. Why? Because our mind cannot distinguish between I want this, so mind will work towards this, and if I say I don't want this, mind will achieve that also. Why mind will achieve that also? Because मैंने थोड़ी देर पहले बोला था कि our mind create images or sound. So those images and sounds create certain emotions. Mind cannot understand कि this want to be achieved or this don't want to be achieved. Mind only understand yes sir, genie. या वो अलादीन का चिराग. So mind works as a अलादीन. उसको तुम बोल मुझे ये नहीं चाहिए, वो फटाक से लाके दे देगा. ये लो, आपने तो बोला था मुझे चाहिए. बिल्कुल भाई, मैंने तेरे को बोला था ये नहीं चाहिए, बट अलादीन कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड चाहिए या नहीं चाहिए. उसको तो कमांड से मतलब है. So mind will achieve what you are avoiding.
So जैसे मैंने मम्मी को बोला था टीवी वाला जो मैंने बताया था, नेशनल टीवी वाला, सो ऐसे एक दिन टीवी देख रहे थे, मैंने मम्मी एक दिन मैं भी टीवी में आऊंगा, तो शी वाज लाइक तू रहने दे, ऐसे सब बोलते कोई नहीं आ सकता टीवी में। मैंने कहा चाहे साइड एक्टर बन के आओ, कुछ भी बन के आओ, आऊंगा, चाहे मैं 5 मिनट के लिए आऊँ या 5 सेकंड के लिए आऊंगा जरूर। और आई चैलेंज हर, विद इन 2 years आई विल बी देयर। एंड नेशनल्स में एक सीरियल आता था स्कूल स्कूल करके,
ओके।
दैट टाइम आई वाज 17, सो
अच्छा।
आई केम इन दैट सीरियल
ओके।
फॉर लाइक 5 minutes का रोल था, उसके बाद डायरेक्टर से पंगा हो गया था तो कंटिन्यू नहीं हुआ मेरा रोल, दे रिप्लेस माय फ्रेंड ऑन इट, बट yeah, for 5 minutes I came, did one episode of it, and I was like, mom देख बोला था ना आ गया। So as I think of it, so मैंने आज तक suddenly strike in mind, आज तक whatever I thought of, I will become this, I become that। खाली बिल्डर बनना रह गया एज अ कंस्ट्रक्शन लाइन पे, कुछ कंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं किया, बट आई वांटेड टू बिकम अ होटेलियर बिकॉज ऑफ माय एक्स गर्लफ्रेंड फादर, एंड वो ईगो चैलेंज था एक, आई डिड दैट। I wanted to make sure that I want to walk on a ramp. I did that. I want to do TV का एक छोटा सा आना था, वो I did that. और कुछ सपने थे जैसे दीदी की शादी वगैरह सब चीजें भी थी। Touched by the grace of God, I was able to achieve everything. हाँ, मामा का घर का भी टेक्निकली हो गया था बट नहीं हुआ बिकॉज मासी का इशू हो गया। सो कुछ चीजें वो जब आती है तो दिमाग अलग एंगल पे सोचना शुरू हो जाता है। एंड अभी दिल से जो है अच्छा, दैट आई वांट टू बी ऑन अ टॉप लैडर ऑलवेज, समवन लाइक एलन मस्क और बेटर देन हिम, दैट वर्ल्ड शुड नो मी, बट not able to understand from where to start it and how to start it and how to be unique to achieve that uniqueness of the fame or uniqueness of the knowledge or uniqueness of the success, that the world recognize me, that world, I don't need to introduce myself. If I walk on a street, people should know me who I am. That is my heart desire now. But I'm not able to find out that path towards it, how to walk on that path. काफी आइडियाज दिमाग में चल रहे हैं भैया, इम्प्लीमेंटेशन कैसे करूँ समझ में नहीं आ रहा। जैसे मैं वो एवी रियलिटी का मैंने वेबसाइट बनाया मेरा कंस्ट्रक्शन का, बट चीज ऐसी हो गई कि फाइनेंशियली की आगे बढ़ नहीं पाया। वेबसाइट रेडी है, लॉन्च्ड है, तो मुझको एवी गारमेंट्स एंड एवी शूज एंड एवी वॉचेस का भी एक लाइनअप का है दिमाग में प्लान टू स्टार्ट विद। तो चीजें है दिमाग में, बट implementation is becoming harder, finding the right source for it becoming harder because of the cash crunch, so not able to understand how to rectify those things.
Yes, so we are coming to that now. Next, fifth point, if you see, it needs things to be different, forever focusing on the gap जो तुम बोल रहे हो ना, it focuses on the gap between where you are and where you want to be. So you are again constantly focusing on the gap where you want to be. मुझे समझ आ रहा मैं कहाँ कैसे पहुंचूं वहां पे।
इसको भैया थोड़ा समझाओ ना, आई एम नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग।
यस, सो अगेन लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम द पॉइंट कि देयर आर डिजायर्स।
जी,
desires are related to future, this is what I want to be,
yeah,
and there is a present moment where I am,
जी, yeah,
and I see so much gap. My present situation is completely different than I want to be.
that's true.
So it sees only the gap. The mind does not work in that way, or our subconscious mind does not understand what is that need to be multiplied. Does it multiply where you want to be, or you're subconsciously you are thinking there is a gap, so it is multiplying the gap. As I said कि अलादीन का चिराग है, तुम उसको बोलो मुझे ये चाहिए, वो ला के देगा। तुमने बोला मेरे को नेशनल टीवी पे आना है, मेरे को विजय माल्या के साथ पार्टी करनी है, मेरे को ये करना है, तो even the smallest single thought you give it to your mind, it works to achieve that. Now, what thought are you giving what command are you giving to your mind कि there is a gap. So it is giving you the gap. हमारा आज का टाइटल ही वही है ना, seeing things in another way.
So basically, if I'm not mistaken to understand you, so what I'm doing right now, मैं gap पे ज़्यादा focus कर रहा हूँ in term of that कि यार इसको करूँ कैसे, rather than focusing on ये
Again,
तो
अगर
हो गया है.
sorry to
ये
interrupt you, अभिषेक.
हाँ
फिर से तुम उसी मोड में जा रहे हो, करूँ कैसे करूँ कैसे करूँ कैसे
जी.
करूँ कैसे itself is a gap. क्लैरिटी नहीं है ना कैसे, हाउ नहीं. भाई अगर तुम्हें इंदौर जाना है अकाल के दर्शन करने के लिए जा, डू यू थिंक कि कैसे जाऊं, और यू डिसाइड ये भी है ये भी है ये भी है, ट्रेन से जाऊं, नहीं यार इस बार बाइक से एक्सप्लोर करें, नहीं यार इस बार कार से जाएं. सो डू यू कीप ऑन थिंकिंग कि कैसे जाऊं कैसे जाऊं कैसे जाऊं.
नहीं.
एग्जैक्टली. तो जो यही थॉट पैटर्न्स की मैं बात कर रहा हूं, ये 7 कोर फीचर्स इसीलिए समझने जरूरी है. थ्योरी समझने का पर्पस यही है टू सी वेयर माय माइंड इज स्टक and then seeing where I need to be, then you will have a clarity how I can be. और अगर तुम देखोगे तो माइंड का 3 कैटेगरीज बताई, डूइंग एंड बीइंग एंड माइंडफुल. इसके अलावा 3 चीजों के अलावा कुछ है ही नहीं. बीइंग माइंडफुल आएगा, डूइंग एंड बीइंग देयर आर ओनली 2 मोर वी कैन स्विच टू. ईदर आवर माइंड कीप ऑन डूइंग or get into the being. And how to get into being? Become mindful. You will not see the gap, you will see only the point where you are. Let me move from here now. You will have the clarity also. So don't focus only on the one part ki ye gap hai. You are focusing on the gap. You are able to relate to this because I link this to your thoughts now.
Yeah.
You sit in the mindful way, then you will start understanding, okay, केके ने ये, कमल ने तो, भैया ने बोला तो ये था, but intention ये थी. You will start seeing it from another way of seeing it. This is the core theme of this week. Another way of knowing. So जो तुम्हारे past के भी जो तुम बोल रहे हो ना, after that I will tell you, maybe every day you sit, meditate and start knowing from the another way point of view, another person point of view. You will come to that exercise also today, and then you will see यार ये past को मैंने क्यों इतना पकड़ के रखा. The moment your perspective shift, the reality shifts. So rather than again getting caught up in the words, understand the words. Now coming to, it takes thoughts, ideas as real. अभी जो मैंने बोला कि focusing on the gap, it's a thought. I'm focusing on the gap, so it start taking it as a real. See the subtleness of our thoughts, subtleness of the mind, how it start accepting things, thoughts, ideas as real. I just gave you an idea to understand the mind, working of the mind, and you start understanding it as a real.
That's true.
I just shared with you as an information, but your mind accepted it as a reality. And one of the core principle is non-judgmental, non-reactivity, open-heartedness. Your mind start reacting. Or is it real? Kamal भैया ने बोला ये, और मैं mindful सीख रहा हूँ, तो इसका मतलब ये real है. No, it's a working. That's how mind works. But जैसे मैंने बोला कि car can not run in 2 gears, so gear can be shifted. So the same mind applies, the same rule applies with the mind. The working of the mind can be changed then. So don't take it as a real, just take it as an information. कि अगर तुम्हें गाड़ी चलानी है तो you take it as an information ना, कि पहले भैया एक्सीलेटर छोड़ो, क्लच दबाओ, गियर को चेंज करो. क्लच दबा के गियर चेंज करना और एक्सीलेटर से पैर हटा के गियर चेंज करना, इट्स ए इंफॉर्मेशन,
That's true.
then you apply that information. Don't get caught up in the information. So it takes thoughts, ideas as real. It would not be useful to keep doubting your destination. जो तुम्हारा था, पहुंचूंगा कि नहीं पहुंचूंगा, या कैसे पहुंचूंगा. So कैसे पहुंचूंगा itself is a doubt. So understand this point. Again, left to itself, it continues to focus on the goal until the task is complete or until you are too tired and depleted to continue. The demands of the doing mind can be quite harsh and unkind. So मैंने कहा था ना कि our mind only think about the unfulfilled, incomplete. So जो goal तुम्हारे unfulfilled हैं या incomplete हैं, your mind will think only about that. So it's a good sign that your mind is reminding you. Your Aladdin is reminding you, boss, you gave me this command. Tell me when to fulfill it. So this is another way of knowing. Shifting our perspective. Why my mind is showing so many things? Because I told my mind. So your mind is telling you, okay, this is your urgency. You say no. Okay, sir, you told me this is your in terms of your thoughts and ideas. This is your urgency. You say no. Getting my point? What I'm trying to say?
जी भैया.
को तुमने बोला हुआ है कि बॉस मुझे ये चाहिए, तो आपका माइंड बार बार बोल रहा है ओके सर आज आपको ये चाहिए, आप बोलते हो नहीं, ये गैप बहुत है मेरे अंदर, अभी मैं वहां पे नहीं हूं, तो साइड पे छोड़ दे, ओके ये वहां नहीं है अभी, उस माइंडसेट में नहीं है, उस जोन में नहीं है. So this is a good sign, but now let us become mindful. Let us shift from doing to being mode. Being जैसे मैंने पहले भी बताया था कि when you have to go to MP महाकाल के दर्शन करने जाना है, तो तुम्हारा माइंड इसी मोमेंट पे एक्सपीरियंस करता है वो कनेक्शन, वो कनेक्टिविटी जब तुम वहां पर होगे. So there is a no gap. वो फिजिकल, वो टाइम का गैप खत्म हो जाता है इमीडिएटली. दिस इज हाउ माइंड वर्क्स. वो गैप है ही नहीं, वो एक्सपीरियंस इमीडिएटली आता है, वो पीस, वो दर्शन के इमीडिएटली आ जाते. सो देयर इज नो गैप. बट हमने इसी चीज में, दूसरी चीजों में वो गैप क्रिएट करके रखा हुआ है, एंड माइंड इज शोइंग अस द गैप. दिस इज व्हाट इज डूइंग. ऑटोमेटिकली जब मैंने बोला था ना कि डूइंग इज गुड when it is developing a good habit, but doing is bad when it is left unchecked. वो डूइंग मोड इस एरिया में भी अप्लाई करना है कि नहीं करना है, वो माइंड ने ऑटोमेटिकली अप्लाई कर दिया. नाउ लेट अस बिकम माइंडफुल so that the good of the same doing mode can be applied in everything. फिर वो सोते जागते तुम्हारा वो वाइब्रेशनल फ्रीक्वेंसी सेम होगा, वो गैप वाला नहीं होगा, वो अचीवमेंट वाला होगा, वो एक्सपीरियंस वाला होगा. Mindfulness is all about experiencing everything in the present moment. अगर तुम्हें कहीं आज अगर मैं बोलता हूं चलो ठीक है प्रॉफिट लॉस को एक साइड पे रख दो, अचीवमेंट ऑफ द होटल,
जी,
immediately your mind says yes you have achieved that boss.
yes.
So in the present moment you experience that. This is exactly we are exploring. Notice, is it experiencing the gap or is it experiencing the achievement? And how to shift from gap to achievement. The present moment. आगे चले.
जी भैया.
Next is, now this is the exercise. This exercise you need to do again every day. You need to remind, design a different mode of mind. अभी हमने वहां पे पीछे किए थे 7 मोड थे,
बिल्कुल
7 है,
बिल्कुल.
डिजाइन a different mode of mind. 7 often automatic. यहाँ पे मैंने पॉजिटिव ऑल्टरनेट क्या हो सकता है डूइंग मोड का, इंटेंशनल और ऑन पर्पस। ठीक है
जी भैया।
बाकी के 6 लिखने हैं आपको। वर्क्स थ्रू थिंकिंग,
जी।
इसका क्या हो सकता है वर्क्स थ्रू का?
वर्क्स थ्रू थिंकिंग का सक्सेस एंड हैप्पीनेस।
No, it works through thinking. Yes, okay. Works through success and happiness. Work through achievement.
Yeah.
Very good. Design this then. Answer these 7 things. Focus on the past and future.
Learn from the past and create a better future.
Wonderful, wonderful. यही answers आपको लिखने हैं. And every day reflect. Is there further improvement or this is holding still true? Up to you. Try to avoid unpleasant experience.
Just be away from the negativity.
Okay. This is the alternate mode. Fine. I'll still tell you this is not the right thing. क्या बोला था तुमने?
Try to avoid the negativity.
Negativity. Right answer is allowing whatever is being present. Don't wait. Allow and accept.
Okay.
Allow and accept. Because मैंने last week तुम्हें बोला था whatever we resist it persists. Again, I told you कि if your mind is seeing the gap and you are saying I don't want the gap, mind does not understand don't want. It only understand okay you are focusing on the gap, that means you want gap. If you are saying avoid unwanted things, it doesn't understand avoid. It understand okay unwanted things, okay more unwanted things. तो जो भी तुम्हारे माइंड में आ रहा है लिखो एंड अगेन रिफ्लेक्ट ऑन आज जो हम प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं हाउ डज इट फिट विद योर आंसर और द आंसर कैन बी अगेन डिफरेंट. नीड्स थिंग्स टू बी डिफरेंट. What could be the mode of mind in that?
Just want to launch my watch brand and fashion them.
Okay. So इसका different mode of mind create करना है. Not very good if you want that. Very good. Take thoughts and ideas as real.
ये कैसे करेंगे भैया? Takes thoughts, ideas and real.
Start perceiving what is unavoidable. Thoughts are thoughts, they are not real.
Okay.
Thoughts are keep on passing. आज अभी इस मोमेंट पे ये थॉट है, नेक्स्ट मोमेंट पे देखोगे द मोमेंट स्टेटमेंट चेंजेस योर थॉट चेंजेस.
That's true.
So thoughts and ideas are need to be worked on in a concrete way or positive way. They are not real, they are just a seed of pointing towards something bigger. What need to be avoided? Okay, understand, okay, this is not what I want, so accept it and then automatically focus on what you need to focus on. Focus on what need to be done, ignoring undesirable side effects, being unkind to oneself or others. Focus on what need to be done and ignoring undesirable side effects. So focus on what you need to be. What you are. So switch on being mode. I am already rich. I am already on that level of respect and dignity. When you will start looking at yourself with that perspective of being, not unkind, you are not being unkind to yourself or you are not being unkind to others. Inside you may have a different thought and that is what you are being at this moment. And exactly that being has to be aligned who you are. So further, we will explore that mind and body. And how to explore that mind and body? These are the three questions which can immediately guide you where you are. What am I feeling in my body right now? Is it frustration? चीजें नहीं हो रही हैं. What am I thinking? चीजें नहीं हो रही हैं. What emotions do I feel? Nothing is working.
Negative emotions.
Exactly. So exploring what am I feeling in my body right now? Just being aware. So coming next, being mindful. So when we ask these three questions, we start sensing what is going on around me, in my body, in my mind, through these five senses. Like through eyes, we look at something. Then our mind interprets it in certain way. And then we see or we recognize. So eyes don't see. Eyes just look at something. Our mind sees things. Ears only allow that sounds to come in. Our mind interprets the words. Taste. We taste something, but we interpret, I don't like this taste, or I like this taste. So being open, when we are open, then only we are able to experience new things. Otherwise, again in the same rut. Same way, same thing goes for smell. I like this smell, I don't like this smell. I prefer this smell. Dio, log kharidte hain, yahi wajah hai. Then touch. In touch, we feel kindness. In touch, we feel not good.
Yeah.
So our body actually is the biggest sort of device to being mindful in the present moment. So now we are moving to how we can become mindful by creating anchors. And we know that a small anchor can hold a big ship also.
That's true.
So
If the anchor is placed at the right place, it can do miracles.
Sorry?
If the anchor is placed at the right place,
Ah,
it can do miracles in
exactly.
the ocean.
Exactly. So by creating anchor for our mind, which is bigger than the ship,
Yeah.
it can hold it. It will not allow that ship to go away, drift into the sea. It will hold that ship there at that coastal area. So what are the anchors for our mind? Now we are moving to holding our mind. So what are the anchors? There are
Body, breath, sensation, and senses.
yes. So our body has anchors, three anchors. Breath. Breath is the first thing, Abhishek. When we come into the world, newborn baby, and the last thing when we will go out from this world, go away from this world. Breath is a constant thing which is there for us, with us. And it is a natural anchor, not imaginary anchor. It's the most powerful anchor if we use it. And this is the only activity, Abhishek, our mind continuously does. Continuously we are breathing. So not even for a moment, we cannot say that I'm not breathing. So it is the best anchor. Let us start using it. Second is sensation. So sensations we experience. Suddenly, so many times we feel heaviness in our body. Like you said, the morning उठता हूँ तो heaviness होती है. और so many times you must have experienced lightness in your body. कि कुछ achieve किया, yes, वो body light होती है. Anchor है तो sensing कि कुछ एक्टिविटी हमारे अंदर चल रही है, मूवमेंट सेंसेशंस का हो रहा है. किसी को मारने का मन करता है गुस्सा है, so that sensation is moving into our hands, from our mind to our hands. And sense, so sense is not only a sense. Sense is the biggest word we have so many times used. He is out of his senses. Our senses talk sensibly. That means be present. What are you saying? What are you listening? What are you interpreting? Be in your senses. So senses is a very again another point you can anchor into. Am I being out of sense? Am I being nonsense? So we use these words. That means it has so much value for our mind to anchor that mind. Next is especially in meditation. If we focus our mind on our breath, it will stay there. If it drift from breath, it will go to sensation and we start moving. Body shift, है ना? तो वो सेंसेशन के ऊपर चला गया है. थॉट सेंसेशन चेंज हो गई. हमारे विजुअल सेंस में कुछ इमेज आई या हमारे माइंड के अंदर कुछ आवाज आया and immediately shift. So that's how we anchor mind, body. We can use our body as an anchor to tame our mind. Now these things, two things will come especially valuable when we are meditating. Mind, anchor, creating an anchor for mind. Counting. Especially when we sit for meditation, mind goes here and there immediately. But by using both breathing as a body sensation and counting as a mental sensation, anchor, we can hold that mind to go from present to past or future, or desirable or undesirable things. So we can start counting. Okay, breathing in, breathing out, 1. Breathing in, breathing out, 2. Breathing in, breathing out, 3. Not breathing in 1 and breathing out 2. No, breathing in and breathing out. After breathing out, 1. The next breath out, 2. So this is how we consciously become aware, or we consciously hold that mind from running away from the present. Second is naming. Now what is naming is sensations. We experience sensations and our body starts shifting. Why? Because certain thoughts came in our mind. So if we name that thought, okay, pleasant thought or unpleasant thought, rather than इस आदमी का थॉट आया मेरे माइंड में या इस आइडिया को लेके थॉट चल रहा है मेरे माइंड में, नो, जस्ट नेम इट एज ए थॉट. So your mind will immediately leave you then and there rather than taking you from there. and I have experienced this. Just sit and focus what is going on in your mind. Thought came and immediately you say thought. You don't even judge that is it a pleasant thought or non-pleasant thought, is it a good thought or is it a bad thought. Non-judgmental, just say thought and see immediately it will stop bothering you. It will come handy, especially when you have unpleasant thought. So you say thought and it will leave its power. It cannot impact you. So shall we do a small meditation now?
जी भैया.
So sit comfortably. Relax your mind. Relax your facial muscles. Relax your shoulders. Just by dropping a little bit, feel the relaxation. Relax your chest and relax your belly, but keep your posture erect, your spine straight, and your body gentle. And be awake. Now bring your awareness to your physical sensation. Focus on that sensation of touch, your body contacting the floor, your feet touching on the ground, or the pressure of the gravity you are feeling that is pulling your muscles of body towards the ground. So bring your awareness to your sensation. Explore that further. How broad area of touch you can experience against your body. The sensation of the touch of your hand on your eyes. Keep your mind there at the sensation, at the touch. Now bring your awareness to the belly area where you feel sensation of your breathing in and breathing out. Notice when you breathe in, the sensation in your belly, it expands. And when you breathe out, again, notice the sensation as your belly relaxes, as the breath moves out of your body. Spend a little time keeping your awareness at your belly area and noticing the sensations on each in-breath as it expands and out-breath as it relaxes, as the breath moves out. Notice any sensation if you feel in the other part of the body and bring your attention back to the belly area, on your breath area. Just notice the sensation if you feel in other part of your body. But be aware of the sensation in your belly area. keeping your awareness in your belly area, on your breath. If your mind goes somewhere else, again, gently and kindly bring your mind back to your breath. This is the constant activity going on in your body. So this is the anchor for your mind. Hold on to anytime, anywhere. Being alert and attentive. Guiding your mind back to the breath. Notice the stretch in your abdomen as you breathe in. And notice how the abdominal muscle relaxes and it falls as you breathe out. Holding your attention there with complete awareness. Simply allowing the breath to move in and move out without changing the breath. And notice the gap between the out breath and a slight pause that comes before the in breath. And notice when the inhalation starts and finish, and notice when the exhalation begins and end, and the gap between the exhalation and inhalation. Your mind will wander, but that's okay. This is the activity of the mind. It is not a mistake or a failure. Just notice that your mind has wandered away and your awareness is no longer on your breath. Congratulate yourself that you have noticed your mind has gone away and come back once more to the experience of breathing in and breathing out. Become aware the thought has taken your mind away, and again bring it back and become aware of the sensations going on in your body with each in breath and each out breath. keeping your awareness there. It doesn't matter how often your mind goes away from the breath, but it matters how often you bring it back to your breathing. And every time you bring your awareness back, every time congratulate yourself for catching the mind and bringing it back. And again, noticing the sensation which comes with the each in-breath as belly expands. And notice the sensation of relaxation in your abdomen and your belly fall flat on the out breath. Practicing this way, the quality of your kindness to your awareness. Seeing and repeatedly wandering your mind as an opportunity to bring patience and gentle curiosity to your breathing experience. It is good to remind yourself again and again that your intention of sitting here is to be aware of the experience in each moment as best as you can, and using the breath as an anchor. Connecting yourself gently here and now. Each time you notice that your mind has wandered and is no longer there on your abdomen. So attitude of gentle and kindness to tame your mind, bring your mind back to your breath. Experience the difference you experience in this moment when you are meditating. As the traffic of thoughts slow down, is there a shift in your body sensations? And notice the kind of breath you are holding. Is it slow or is it fast? Taking note in your mind as we are coming to the end of this meditation. Slowly, you can open your eyes when you are comfortable and bring your awareness back to the place you are sitting in. So whenever you are ready, open your eyes and come back. Abhishek, are you there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, very good. So you are still meditating.
जी भैया,
Very good.
थॉट सारे बैलेंस करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ.
Yes, bring your attention back to your breathing sensation. So gently bring your awareness back to the room, Abhishek. And let us continue our journey on the course. So this is a glimpse basically, and this we need to include in our daily practice. Today we understood the importance of anchor basically.
Yeah.
है ना? So use anchors on daily practice. So now one thing another we have realized that thoughts, emotions, sensations are all, they don't work separately, but they influence each other.
That's true.
Rather they interconnected. Our thoughts create emotions, and emotions create sensations, and create sensations come again create thoughts, and we are constantly in that cycle of going back forth, back forth, back forth.
That's right.
If you see that there are certain pleasant sensations we experience in our body and certain unpleasant experience. So what we like, we see as a pleasant experience and body react to that. And we experience some certain unpleasant, and they create unpleasant reaction in our body. Like my mental chatter, which we don't like, some other sounds which we don't like, and our body reacts as sometimes goosebumps happen or shivering happens. So this is how our body reacts to certain thoughts and certain emotions. And in this slide, you can see that the effect of certain emotions we feel in our body. And where do we feel the sensation? If we see anger, it is above abdomen into the chest, arms, and head area. And fear, maximum activity is happening in the heart, and body stop reacting at all. Body almost become numb. Disgust happens in our throat area. This is science has shown. So when you know this, you will start observing, okay, I am angry, okay, my head is like more occupied with certain emotion, or I'm feeling heaviness in my chest, or I feel energy moving in my hands. When we are disgusted or discuss thoughts about somebody or discussing food, we feel the sensation in our throat. So start noticing when you are talking something which is not likable, and you will feel that sensation in your throat. Happiness, again, your heart lights up, your arms, your head, your face start reflecting that happiness, the joy. भाई बोलते हैं तुम्हारे फेस से पता लग रहा है तुम बहुत खुश हो, या तुम आज बहुत सैडनेस के अंदर you feel heaviness, there is less activity, muscles are more like shrink. Surprise happens only in that eyes area, our eyes widen. So this is just a map to understand the working of the sensation in our body and how those emotions affect us. See, if you see that surprise, eyes are wide open. Anger, face. Joy, face. Heaviness, head engaged. So these are certain, they have map. So again, there are a list of emotions. There are so many emotions science has understood, but we don't need to get into that. We don't need to, name every emotion, but for the sake of just theory, I have used this slide. If you see, there the certain emotion inside, but when they calm down, they, it shows that lightness. So that is how the circle they have created. That grief can be heavy, sadness is light, pensiveness is even light, and again outside is even lighter. Same way laughing, disgust, boredom. So this is how it works. Then rage is more activity, high intense activity, then anger is less, then annoyance is less even. So same thing if you see so many thoughts going on in our mind. So there are so many types of thoughts. Thought of relationship, thought of happy thought, sad thought related to certain people, certain experience, certain work. So we have so many types of thought also. But not getting into that, important thing is understanding that our mind, the thoughts are like monkey in the mind, which is constantly jumping. And that activity going on in our mind is being reacted in our body. So when I said that they are thought, emotions, and sensations are interconnected, so this is why it need to be understood that thoughts which are like a jumping mind, monkey mind, constantly jumping, and the activity of that jumping mind is reflected in our body. The point to understand here is if we keep our body still, the monkey will stop dancing or stop jumping. Why? Because they are interconnected. As thoughts are creating certain sensations and certain emotion in our body, so if we control the body, we can control the mind also. And that is why noticing the sensation, bodily anchor, we use the breath anchor, the sensation anchor, the senses anchor are helpful. And as I mentioned, pleasant and unpleasant, and there are certain neutral thoughts also. Why they are neutral? Because we have not linked those thoughts to certain emotions, pleasant or unpleasant. So they don't have impact. So mostly we are bothered by these two emotions or two kind of thoughts, pleasant and unpleasant thoughts. Now again, we are moving into another practical activity, another way of knowing. So we can know in two ways. We can practice this in two ways. Are you ready? Are you busy in something?
Maybe I'm ready. Just to throw the gas का smell जैसा लगा मेरे को.
Okay. So when you are ready, just sit down on a chair or bed or wherever.
I can lie down.
You can lie down.
Done.
But don't sleep.
नहीं भैया, I won't.
ठीक है.
Done. Ready भैया.
हाँ. So now we will experience this activity in two ways.
Okay.
One is thinking about, and now I want you to think about. Just think about your feet without looking at them. And notice what thought arises when you think about your feet in your mind.
जो मेरे को पैर में एक अजीब सा सेंसेशन दर्द का रहता है हमेशा. When I'm thinking about my feet, I'm feeling that sensation of pain. हल्का हल्का मीठा मीठा पेन नहीं होता कभी कोई पैर थका हुआ जैसा होता है.
So just notice your thoughts. Just notice your thoughts. For next 1 minute, just be quiet. and notice your thoughts. Thoughts, where are they taking you? The sensation you are feeling, where those sensations are taking your thoughts. What kind of emotions you are experiencing or liking, disliking. Notice just thoughts and type of kind of thoughts. So I will be quiet for another 1.5 minutes, 1 minute, 1.5 minutes. And you think about the feet. Yeah, come back. So now, what thoughts did you have when you were thinking about your feet?
जैसे मैंने पहले बोला था कि जैसे वो किया एक सेंसेशन जो पैर के तलवों पे होती है, that was I was feeling those sensation. मीठा मीठा एक पेन और रिलैक्सेशन का जो कॉम्बिनेशन होता है, एक थकावट होती है पैरों के अंदर जो होती है, उसका एक सेंसेशन था. In between, the mind went out of focus and start thinking of something else.
Correct.
Then फिर दोबारा उसको उधर focus
What was
किया.
that something else?
Something related to past only again.
Correct. So that is what is. Further, even then, past also you write down those thoughts.
Yeah. फिर उसके बाद I was thinking of how to rectify that past relation, that thing. Then again, I got back into the focus of the feet. Then फिर उस बीच में दोबारा एक कुछ thought आया, which was related to health, wealth, happiness, and being a billionaire kind of thing. Then फिर दोबारा से उसको focus किया मैंने feet की तरफ ही. So feet पे जो sensation, and still when I'm talking to you, still I can feel those sensation as I focused on that sensation so much. अभी भी मुझको sensation feel हो रहा है feet का, मतलब एक मीठा मीठा थकावट एंड एक रिलैक्सेशन का एक होता है ना, एक अजीब सा एक प्लेजेंट फील होता है कि निकल रही है चीज बाहर जैसा कुछ.
ओके, ठीक है,
वैसा.
So this is what we need to look at. The thoughts are keep on changing. thoughts are not real. So this is what was now another way of knowing we are moving to another activity. Now bringing our attention directly into our feet. Your attention was mixed right now. Now we will bring our attention back to our feet, into our feet rather. We will not think about feet. We will feel the sensation. So कैसा है अभिषेक? If you look at my hand, अगर ये feet है,
जी भैया,
ऐसे वो करते हैं ना हम लोग पैरों को पंजों को एकदम अंदर की तरफ उंगलियों को बेंड करो,
हाँ
फिर रिलैक्स करो, थोड़ी देर होल्ड करो,
जी भैया, वो पैरों को एक्सरसाइज करते हैं जो हम लोग।
हाँ, और फिर रिलैक्स करना है या फिर उसको होल्ड करके रखो
जी।
बीइंग इन द सेंसेशन।
ओके।
सो लेट अस डू दैट 1 minute 1.5 minute।
जी भैया, ठीक।
जस्ट बेंड योर फिंगर एंड यू नो दैट योर नीचे का पार्ट पैर का एरिया
जी।
and notice the sensation in your feet, bone area, finger joints area, heel area, sole area, after bending it, and upper side, lower side, inside those joints of the toes,
जी।
ऊपर तक जहां तक बॉडी में सेंसेशन आती है उसकी, but keeping your awareness in the sensation, basically in the feet. Notice if the sensation is moving into your upper body side, but again keeping your awareness into that main area.
जी भैया, ठीक है।
Let's do that. Now, while keeping the attention, just loosen your feet. If you are clenching, जो tight कर रखा था उसको lose कर दो, but keep your awareness there in the sensation. Now come back. And again, notice the difference when you are directly sensing. You are not thinking, but directly sensing. Any difference?
भैया, था डिफरेंस एक्चुअली। इस बार माइंड डाइवर्ट नहीं हुआ।
Yes.
एंड सेकंड डिफरेंस ये था, जब वो सेंसेशन जस्ट फील कर रहा था तब एक वो पैर में जो एक पेननेस, एक ये सॉरनेस का जो फीलिंग आ रहा था,
हाँ.
जो तो मीठा दर्द जो मैं बोल रहा था आपको, एक अजीब सा रिलैक्सेशन कॉम्बिनेशन विद पेन,
हाँ.
वो चीज इस टाइम पे महसूस नहीं हुई। इस टाइम पे मतलब ऐसा था कि मसल टाइट हो रहे हैं एंड मसल रिलैक्स हो रहे हैं,
हाँ.
एंड जो जो एक वो था ना मीठा दर्द जैसा, वो चीज जब रिलैक्स भी किया मैंने पैरों को, तब उस चीज का सेंसेशन का एहसास नहीं हुआ. इट वाज लाइक मोर ब्लड सर्कुलेशन फ्लोइंग इन द फीट, what I was feeling like, and it was like more getting feet relaxed kind of thing.
So
So
exactly this is the purpose of activity, to know that when we focus directly sensing on sensation, on emotions, our mind stop running. This is what that anchor creates. It tames the mind, it doesn't run away as often as it used to. And that is how we can understand the mind, knowing it from a different perspective, different way. So that was the purpose of first-hand experience. When we engage the mind into directly sensing rather than imagining, it becomes weak to do activity on its own. Not carry on activities on its own. Otherwise, the mind continues performing on its own. So that was the purpose. When we experience firsthand, then it motivates us to engage in sensation so that mind can be in the present and we feel relaxed also. So when we engage our mind into that sensation, automatically the relaxation also came. So every day maybe you can do that. Find yourself, your mind is gone somewhere else, just bring that mind back to the sensation area.
Okay.
Yeah. How that, it was a monkey that was making so much noise, become quiet. Mind which is anxious, when we bring it back to the sensations, it become calm. And mind which was monkey, like it was controlling us. When we become calm, so we allow it, we observe it, and it become weak. And mind which is monkey, because it is jumping from thought to thought, because there are certain unfulfillment, we feel paranoid, it becomes certain, it moves towards certainty. And it was busy on performing tasks, because unfulfilled due pending task, it become relaxed. It become from doing to becoming, running into past and future to the present and now. So जो तुम बोल रहे थे ना कि यार ये monkey mind वाली ही चीज ने मेरे को अटैक किया, this is exactly we are transforming from this monkey mind to the monk mind, to quiet, calm, by shifting our attention to the sensations, to the breath, because breath also produces sensations. That notice the sensation when the belly stretches out, and when it breathe out, the sensation of relaxation.
जी.
Now again, let us do one more activity.
Okay.
And this activity will completely let your mind wander. But be observer. Observe how far it goes. है ना?
जी.
And here we will notice two things: thoughts and feelings during activity.
Okay.
This is an imaginative scene. So imagine that you are planning to go out in a unknown town you never visited before on your bike or car. You get into the city and you are moving around, wandering around, just exploring the city. It's
जी.
an unknown city. And it is an evening time now. And you don't know anybody, anyone in that city. And it's a completely isolated city. And you lost your way back. तुम्हें पता ही नहीं है कि अभी तुम्हें कौन से रास्ते से बाहर जाना है या कौन सा रास्ता तुम्हें सिटी से बाहर लेके जाएगा और तुम्हारे को वापस घर पहुंचना है, बट यू डोंट नो द सिटी आल्सो, यू आर इन अनदर सिटी and you have lost the way and you don't know how to get back. Now consider what thoughts comes to your mind and what do you feel inside. And you are in this town where you have never been. It is completely unexplored and you don't have any idea what thoughts and feelings arise. And then finally you are able to manage your way back after 2-3 hours. Once you are completely got lost and it was a very different city and you didn't know anybody, you were wondering, and finally after 2-3 hours you find your way out. So there are two situations, or rather multiple situations. One is unexplored city, you are exploring. Second, you lost your way, you don't know your way back. And third, after spending a lot of time, you find your way back. So consider each situation. Yes, back.
जी भैया.
So now just recall when you were supposed to go into that unexplored city, new city.
ये सिचुएशन मेरे साथ हो चुकी है, तो मेरा दिमाग तो एक ही चीज पे आया सीधा, जैसे आपने बोला ना. तो जब मेरे साथ हुआ था सिचुएशन, मैंने कहा चल अभी रास्ता भूल के कोई बात नहीं और एक्सप्लोर करते हैं. एक्सप्लोर करते हुए रास्ता पूछते पूछते आई रीच टू माय डेस्टिनेशन. तो मेरे दिमाग में यही था कि अभी भी जब आपने बोला सिचुएशन, कोई नहीं और सिटी को एक्सप्लोर कर लेंगे इसी बहाने एंड पहुंच जाएंगे रात को 1-2 घंटे लेट से ही घूमते घूमते. सो इट वाज दैट ओनली इन माय माइंड.
वंडरफुल. सो ये एक और चीज है, अनदर थिंग अभिषेक, दैट आवर माइंड एक्सेस data from our memories only.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, when we think of building a future which is unexplored, but our mind apply the same strategies.
Basically, it gather from the past only and try to build a future rather than building a future with the fresh bricks. It doesn't do that.
Yes.
That what I'm feeling with me. जो मेरे पास की mistakes है, वो बार बार एक हडल बन रही है, उस हडल को निकाल के मुझे फ्रेश ब्रिक क्रिएट करना है.
Correct.
To make a better future. और जब तक वो फ्रेश ब्रिक नहीं डालूंगा, बेटर फ्यूचर नहीं बनेगा. तब तक ये एरर सिस्टम चलता ही रहेगा.
It is very good if you have certain things from the past which helped you.
Yeah.
So, using those experiences.
But not the fear.
Exactly. But not the same strategy in the same manner. Yeah. Not the same strategy in the same manner. So our mind is that city which is completely unexplored, new. Every time we visit that town, something has changed.
Yes, the town is getting developed.
Yes, certain experiences has been planted in that mind. The certain it has taken. Certain working it has developed. So this is what we need to observe. Am I conducting my daily activities from the same set of things, same manners, or is it a new, because I want to move towards the better future? That means I need to develop different approach because certain new buildings have come up in that city. Barriers have been created to enter into that area. That means I need to create a new path to move out.
That's true.
So that is what was the purpose. Knowing that how my mind is working, using the best resources, helpful resources, but at the same time developing new resources, new way of approaching. That is what is mindfulness, non-judgmental way.
Yeah.
है ना? So that was the purpose of this exercise. Again, I will send you that worksheet. Every time when you will practice the same thing, you will experience the same emotions, and then you will fed up why I'm feeling the same emotion, and then you will start approaching with a fresh mind. Why? Because you will do the same exercise and you will know, okay, I'm doing the same mistakes. That is why, Abhishek, you need to keep the record of your activities. Then you will be consciously aware what are the mistakes you are making in your approach.
जी समझो.
है ना?
जी भैया.
Definitely, I will do one more exercise, but not today, but next time. Again, based on experience. And one more activity I will tell you to do in this week. There are three things basically. It was today's activity, which you don't need to do every day.
Ji.
But you need to do that breathing exercise every day. With the, I will send you that meditation voice also.
Ji.
Keeping your awareness on your sensation and breath. You can count also if you want to. Breathe in, breathe out 1, just to anchor your mind. And repeatedly when you do that, your mind will become more and more quiet, creating or jumping monkey. And at the same time, this watching sort of the sensations you felt today, if you can do any time during the day, whenever you feel distracted from your goal, take your attention back, because when you feel distracted, your mind start creating an agenda of failure, lost. So that sensation feet का हो गया, या फिर ये pinching का कर लो, ऐसे hold करके रखो.
जी.
So and then release and then feel the flow. या फिर ऐसे करके रखो. So you may find. So basically bringing back to the sensation, and then mind will grab that way of working.
जी.
And one will be the body scan meditation every day.
Sorry भैया, क्या चीज?
वो body scan meditation भेजी थी ना मैंने last time.
हाँ body scan meditation कर रहा हूँ, कोशिश कर रहा हूँ करने की, skip कर जाता हूँ, but रात को कर लेता हूँ फिर भी.
चाहिए तो वो रात को कर लिया करो सोते टाइम पे.
हाँ, रात को सोते टाइम पे कर लेता हूँ भैया उसको मैं, बॉडी स्कैन
हाँ
मेडिटेशन। पर उसको करने जाता हूँ तो नींद आ जाती है।
हाँ करेक्ट, इसीलिए मैंने बोला था, सो दैट एटलीस्ट you will be relaxed mentally. When we do that meditation, mentally we relax. And when we are mentally relaxed, then consciously we can, decide what I want to focus on.
जी।
Like this picture also says that mindful watching. So when you are
हम्म।
relaxed, you can choose. You need to get into that happy car, working car, anger car, sad car, relaxed car, wandering car, shopping car. So consciously you choose them.
या।
You are relaxed, sitting outside, observing your thoughts, and then decide what you want to do.
जी भैया।
But not when meditating, you start thinking, okay, आज दिन में मेरे को ये काम. Again, then your mind goes into that thinking mode.
जी।
So next, I'm talking about pleasant experience calendar. Pleasant experience calendar means there are two things to notice here.
जी।
One is what. So consciously choose what you pay attention to. Consciously you decide. But they have to be pleasant experience. What can be now pleasant experience? I'm just sharing with you a very ordinary thing. Maybe somebody offer a water on its own and you felt nice. यार आज अपने आप से किसी ने मेरे को पानी दिया. Very small act, but it's a pleasant act.
जी।
Or when you are coming back or going to office or in your office,
जी।
you notice certain good behavior in certain people. Consciously you choose. Today I will select one good activity in my colleague or one good activity in myself. Or you see butterfly from your house or whatever. And then choosing how you pay attention to that. How means feel the impact of choosing that pleasant activity in your body. How pleasant feeling itself is and in your body, and the thought it creates, that pleasant experience. Emotion and sensation and thoughts are interlinked. So when we pay attention consciously to pleasant experience, then here in my body I see the sensation, feel the sensation, and stick to that sensation. Then notice how it is moving. Stick to the sensation and notice what kind of thoughts it is creating in a chain. It creates a chain. Our mind, what happens to any pleasant or unpleasant thoughts we pick up, it start accessing the same experience from the past or the imagination I have. So it will create the ripple of that pleasant experiences. This is exactly we will move us towards our desired goal. And I said that Abhishek, give 8 weeks and see after that. So again, I will tell you that be little more committed, be little more strict when conducting these activities on daily basis, because the mind will understand where you need to pay attention rather than you are paying attention to avoid certain things. If you are paying attention to avoid certain things, still you are paying attention to them. है ना?
जी भैया।
वीकली आज का जो था, but here I will send you again that notebook sort of, where you note down your experience but on daily basis, and your feeling and thinking जो था, आपने एक्सरसाइज की थी पैर से या हाथ से या जो भी करो, या इवन हाथ रख के खड़े होगे, नोटिस द सेंसेशन इन योर शोल्डर्स, हाउ द ब्लड सर्कुलेशन इज लाइक कमिंग डाउन, हाउ यू आर फीलिंग द प्रेशर इन योर बैक, इन योर heel. Just stand even for a 1 minute, 2 minutes.
जी।
Hold like 1 minute. It will stop your mind, mental chatter. And you will become mindful. Okay, my mind has gone into that negative thinking pattern or unhealthy thinking process. Just
maybe I can say that in last 1 week I felt much easier again in term of going things. जैसे पहले नहीं सोचता था मैं कहाँ हूँ क्या हूँ, जो मेरा दिल करता था मैं करता था. So after a very long time कल मैंने वैसा कुछ किया. So I was just thinking मजा आया करने में मेरे को. I was just listening to Lucky Ali का song. I was enjoying it. I was dancing अपनी दुनिया में. सीढ़ी चढ़ते हैं लोग सीधा करके, मैं टेढ़ा मेढ़ा करके चढ़ रहा था सीढ़ी को अपने हिसाब से, अपनी मस्ती में, अपने धुन में. So I was after a long time least concerned where I was. I was in a train. I was on a railway track, walking, just climbing the staircase. एक्सीलेटर में खेल रहा था, जैसे एक छोटा बच्चा नहीं खेलता एक्सीलेटर में जिगजैग पैर को करके. I was going in that zone पर, जो मैंने करना छोड़ दिया था अपनी जिंदगी.
Correct. So that is what we are coming back to, that mindful way. What gives me pleasure, what gives me joy, but at the same time being kind to myself and being kind to others.
That's right.
So this week again. Yes, there are certain things you can incorporate during your daily activity. You don't need to assign a separate work. Rather, put a break in your mental activity.
जी भैया.
है ना? That tuning into the sensation. You can do every time. I mean, anytime. Again, keeping that one activity, mindful activity of eating, just bring your mind to the present, that okay, now you are sitting for the meal. It can be breakfast, it can be a lunch, it can be a dinner, it can be evening snacks. Gather your awareness, which is like scattered. ये काम करना है, वो काम करना है, जल्दी वापस आना है. अभी जैसे सुबह ब्रेकफास्ट के टाइम पे
जी समझा.
and your activity is going on, यार फटाक से खत्म करो यार, कमल भैया कर रहे हैं.
बिल्कुल सही आपने बोला,
है ना? तो exactly this is what we need to stop. When we have stopped that mental chatter, mind is relaxed, then we will see there is so much space in between.
That's true.
Like जब अभी हम देखेंगे, अगर स्पेस का हम लोग चार्ट बनाएंगे या सोलर सिस्टम का चार्ट बनाते हैं या एक बनाएंगे, तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं, 9 प्लैनेट, सन सब छोटा कर देते हैं. And we see the gap less.
बिल्कुल.
But when we become mindful, we will notice there is so much space to do.
That's true.
In that space, we will develop a habit automatically. Then you will see, यार मैं busy तो हूँ ही नहीं यार, इतना तो time है मेरे पास.
जी.
How I was busy? Because you are not busy. Your mind is busy in a monkey chatter.
जी समझा.
है ना?
जी भैया.
So now edit is just note down what is that meal you are paying attention to right now. Then you are consciously like telling your unconscious mind that this is where you need to remind. Otherwise, your mind is reminding you those pending tasks.
Got the point.
Telling your mind the things you need to remind again. है ना? Set time for the body scan meditation. Set time for the breathing meditation. Set the one meal meditation. Mindful eating. Set time for mindful brushing. Notice the sensation. मैं नोटिस करता, कभी भी कितनी बार नोटिस किया, जब मैं ब्रश कर रहा हूँ तो मेरी ये सडनली मसल्स और यहाँ पे टेंशन हो जाती है और मैं इतना ही प्रेशर यहाँ पे दे रहा हूँ. जैसे अवेयर हुआ, माइंड इमीडिएटली रिलैक्सिंग और मैं यहाँ पे भी रिलैक्स फील करता हूँ और सडनली लाइक प्रेशर भी चेंज हो जाता है. एंड वो जैसे ही माइंड फिर कहीं और गया, फिर से वापस टेंशन हो गई, यहाँ पे वो ब्रश में मतलब टीथ पे टेंशन हो गई. जैसे ही अवेयर अगेन माय थॉट्स वेंट समवेयर, अगेन जैसे ही माइंडफुल हुआ, सब कुछ रिलैक्स हो गया. सो दिस इज व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ बीइंग माइंडफुल, रिलैक्सिंग एंड देन सीइंग देयर इज सो मच स्पेस, वी कैन यूटिलाइज दैट एंड पर्पसफुली.
जी.
तो ये वीक की एक्टिविटीज माइंडफुल ईटिंग है. एक और एक्टिविटी चूज करो, ब्रश का है, नहाने का है, कपड़े पहनते पहनते देखो तुम्हारे थॉट क्या चल रहे हैं ऑफिस के लिए जब रेडी हो रहे हो.
जी भैया.
Choose one activity and write down that this is what I will do. That throughout this week, this is that one meal time I will practice mindfulness. then your breathing exercise and your body scan. ठीक है भाई?
हेलो,
हाँ जी,
सॉरी भैया, वो डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया था
हाँ नहीं कोई बात नहीं
जी।
So okay now for today.
यस भैया।
I will send you that worksheet and I will send you that breathing meditation also.
जी भैया,
You can do it as long as you want. There is no issue at all.
समझ गया।
But you know the sound or the voice help us to at least come back to the present moment again and again. And once that mental habit becomes, then without sound also we can do it. But it's as
जी भैया, जी भैया,
ठीक है?
ठीक है।
चलो, have a mindful week now.
यस भैया, थैंक यू भैया।
चलो, take care.
बाय।
बीच में कभी भी कुछ हेल्प होती हो तो प्लीज कॉल मी यार।
श्योर श्योर भैया। अनु है वहाँ पे?
हाँ,
अनु है?
सॉरी,
अनु है? अनु वहाँ पे? हेलो हेलो
हाँ
हेलो।
हेलो,
हाँ भैया, मैं कह रहा था हनु है वहाँ पे?
अनु
हेलो,
कौन?
अनु कह रहा हूँ।
नोना?
नोना।
हाँ है ना, ये रहा, खड़ा था, वेट कर रहा था बात करने।
हेलो, लंबा हो गया तू?
हाँ, पर सूख भी गया।
नहीं ठीक है ना, वो तो हाइट बढ़ रही है तो सूखेगा तो अच्छा है ना। मैं ठीक हूँ।
मैं भी ठीक।
ठीक है, पक्का? और क्या चल रही है? पार्टी पार्टी कहाँ चल रही है? पार्टी
काय की पार्टी?
तेरी हाइट बढ़ने की पार्टी। हाइट बढ़ने की पार्टी होती है ना, क्यों नहीं होती? नहीं होती?
आएगी अभी जब 9 साल का होगा।
9 साल का क्यों होएगा तू?
8 साल का, 8 साल का।
8 साल का होएगा तुझे?